For decades, an American passport was like a VIP pass to the world, but that golden era, it's fading fast. Number 10, Niger. Today, countries that once rolled out the red carpet for Americans are rolling it up and slamming the door shut. Military bases closed, visas denied, citizens detained, and it's not just the usual suspects. Number 9, Russia. These aren't fringe states, these are major players, politically powerful nations with influence, alliances, and serious global reach. Number 8, China. So why the sudden hostility? Is it backlash from past interventions, a geopolitical power shift, or are Americans simply becoming too risky to host? Number 7, Iran. Iran has long been a powder keg in global politics, but in recent years it's become one of the most dangerous places on earth for American citizens. Travelers have been detained without explanation. Dual citizens have disappeared into the legal void. And the worst part, the United States government has zero leverage on the ground. The State Department's Level 4, do not travel. Advisory isn't a formality, it's a life-saving warning. Americans are seen, not as individuals but as symbols of U.S. policy. That makes every visitor a potential pawn in a geopolitical game they never asked to join. Number 6, North Korea. North Korea is the definition of high risk. There is no U.S. embassy, no consular access, and no safety net. American citizens have been arrested over trivial acts, like taking a poster from a wall, and sentenced to years of hard labor. You're tracked from the moment you land, monitored, manipulated. Even a minor misunderstanding can land you on state TV in a forced confession. And with tensions rising, Americans are increasingly viewed as valuable hostages, not guests. The United States has restricted all travel to North Korea, but the threat still looms for journalists, aid workers, and anyone who slips through. Number 5, Turkey. Turkey used to be a tourist magnet, a cultural crossroads where East meets West. But now, it's a minefield for Americans. Dozens of U.S. citizens, including a pastor, journalists, and aid workers, have been detained under vague accusations of political ties or espionage. American businesses have been raided, nonprofits shuttered. The Turkish government has grown increasingly paranoid, accusing the United States of inciting unrest. And as diplomacy weakens, travelers are bearing the brunt, with increased surveillance, tighter visa rules, and random detentions becoming the norm. Number 4, Venezuela. If you're in trouble in Venezuela, don't expect help. The U.S. closed its embassy there in 2019, and without any consular presence, you're completely on your own. Americans, especially those in media, aid, or oil, have been jailed, interrogated, or used as political bargaining chips. The Maduro regime has made no secret of its distrust toward the U.S., and even innocent travelers can end up in dangerous situations. The country is facing crime, blackouts, and shortages. And Americans stand out in all the wrong ways. Number 3, Cuba, the Forbidden Island. Cuba might be just 90 miles from Florida, but for Americans, it's honestly one of the most restricted destinations in the world. Tourism? Banned. Every American traveler must fit into one of a dozen approved categories, and even then, you have to avoid hotels and businesses linked to the Cuban military. One wrong move, and you could be violating U.S. federal law. Meanwhile, Cuba itself watches Americans closely. Visa processing is limited, credit cards often don't work, and government surveillance is very real. With rising tensions and minimal embassy support, even a safe visit can unravel in seconds. Number 2, Afghanistan, a total collapse. Since the U.S. withdrawal in 2021, Afghanistan has become a no-go zone for Americans. The embassy is closed, there's no consular support, and Taliban forces now control the country, with American passports seen as political liabilities. Any U.S. citizen entering Afghanistan risks kidnapping, detention, or worse. Even humanitarian workers have been forced to flee. There are no allies on the ground, only threats. And no safe exit strategy if things go wrong. Number 1, Belarus, the silent crisis in Europe. You don't hear much about Belarus, but honestly, that's what makes it so dangerous. The government is cracking down hard on Westerners, especially Americans. Surveillance, random detentions, interrogations, and deportations are becoming common. Diplomatic relations are in freefall. American-linked NGOs have been kicked out, and with Belarus acting in lockstep with Russia, It's becoming a European echo chamber of anti-American sentiment. The danger isn't loud, it's silent, creeping, and very real. These aren't isolated incidents, they're part of a broader shift in how the world views American power, presence, and politics. If you're American, the world map is changing, and not in your favor. What used to be a global playground is becoming a strategic chessboard. So ask yourself, are you really welcome wherever your passport can take you? Hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, and share this video with anyone who needs to stay aware. We bring you the truth, the drama, and the insight. No sugarcoating, no fluff. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay watching.